Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jarrett. It's been a minute since I last posted, and I'm so sorry I haven't been keeping up very well, but we're going to try and change that once again. We're going to see how we do. I'm not very successful at it, but we'll see this time. Before we get into the patch notes, do me a favor, hit thumbs up along with hitting subscribe for the best Roku content for free on YouTube. Today we're going to be going over the latest patch notes and changes from beta version 0.51. We're going to go over how they're going to affect your gameplay. Starting off, we got a change passive on Anvil. He's no longer immune to EMPs and slows. Pretty big changes actually coming to Anvil's passive, and that's definitely going to affect him getting picked up as often as he was before. Next up, we have one of our biggest rogues changing this patch, and that's Chaac. Chaac will be seeing an increase in the duration of his ultimate from 7 seconds to 15 seconds. Then next up, we have Ronin. Ronin has now lost her 10k perk, 6 cents, and has now since been replaced with tracker rounds. Every rogue this patch that had 6 cents will be receiving tracker rounds for the foreseeable future. Along with that, she'll be getting a slight nerf to the proximity of her explosive dart from 125 down to 100. Still no bug fix though on her insta-throw. Vi and Talon both will also be receiving tracker rounds, along with a small bug fix on Talon. Not too big of a deal, And our last rogue change of this patch is coming out for Glitch, and he'll be getting Headstrong instead of tracker rounds to replace his 6 cents. Really nice change actually coming to Glitch. We hopefully can see more Glitch play coming up soon. I want to thank you guys again also for tuning into my video. If you want to learn more, I ask you again to subscribe. Go ahead and check out any of my old videos, but I'm going to keep updating them as soon as possible. I've got a special guide coming out here real soon, and hopefully I'll get that to you guys very shortly. Next up, we're going to go right into weapon changes, and we've got a lot, so stick through this with me, and I'll try to get through them as quick as we can. First up is the D40C, that's Chaac's primary submachine gun. It's getting a range increase from 11 meters to 12.5 meters, along with increased movement speed while ADS. Actually, every sub this patch will be receiving a range increase, along with getting that additional movement speed while you're aiming down sights. That is when you're hitting your left trigger, LT, or your right mouse button. So we're going to go right into Scorch's primary submachine gun, the SLC, is also receiving a range increase from 9.5 to 11.5 meters. The 24S, which is Lancer's proprietary submachine gun, it'll be improving its range as well from 10.5 meters to 12.5 meters. And then next we have the LMP, which is the submachine gun that Talon and Glitch both use, and it's getting a buff range from 12.5 meters to 13 meters. That is the farthest range SMG in the game. The Objection, that's the new submachine gun that came with Dahlia. That's going to be receiving a small buff from 9.5 meters to 10 meters. And then all subs going forward will be getting the faster movement speed while aiming down sight. Next gun changes coming up, we have pistol changes. We have a lot of pistol changes coming in. The A3 Salvo burst pistol, which is, if you don't know, that's Scorch's burst pistol. It's getting a bunch of love, getting a range increase from 12 meters to 13 meters. Not a ton, but with the additional improvements down below that I'm going to read out, you'll see. Along with improvements to its headshot damage. I'll have that listed right above. All pistols now have limited ammunition. You can see the exacts on the screenshot on screen. I'm not going to go through all these because it's just kind of unnecessary. And last we have perk changes and gadget changes. The 4K perk evade. 4K perk evade, that's when you get shot by an enemy, you get a slight 10% increase on your movement speed. That is now getting a buff from 10% movement speed to 12% movement speed when hit by an enemy. Really hope this gives a unique playstyle to the characters that have it. Hopefully we'll see them zipping around a little bit more. We already went over 6 cents, but to clarify, it has been removed from the game for the foreseeable future as it was not being picked up very often. Last perk change, tracker rounds. Tracker rounds now last for 4 seconds versus the previous 3 seconds. So with all the new rogues getting that, it's also getting a 1 second buff to how long it lasts. So that's the highlight of red around a character when they've been hit. Now on to the best part of this patch. Some people might think it's the worst part of the patch, but the grenades. Grenades are getting nerfed. Grenades outer damage is going down range from 50 to 40. This is going to help a lot with those grenades that took like way too far away to hit you, but they still like hit you and did some damage. That outer range is either going to do less damage now, or it's just not going to hit you at all. Now the inner damage as well, the inner damage radius as well, so that's the full 100 damage
indicator and range, that is going down. That is getting nerfed as well. It's getting a little bit smaller, and I'll have that posted up. Next up, we have the Incineratory Grenades. The Incineratory Grenades are actually receiving some love this patch. Also known as Molotovs. They're receiving an increased fire spread radius by 20%, along with a faster spread speed from half a second to a quarter second, so 0.25 seconds. It means that damage is going to come out twice as fast as it was. So that's really awesome for everyone who wants to use Incineraries. It's going to bring maybe Vi and Dallas up a little bit on the tier list. C4 is last on our list, and it's receiving a nerf to its throw distance from 17 meters down to 13 meters at base. And the upgraded version is going from 22 meters down to 16 meters. So it's no longer going to be thrown the 17 full meters that it could before, and it's going to 16 meters at upgrade. The Simtex explosion radius is also getting a slight nerf, going from 4.25 meters down to 4 meters exactly. And that brings us to the very end of the video, and that brings us to the end of our patch notes. That pretty much wraps up this week's patch. I hope you guys enjoyed going over it with me. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. I do enjoy replying to your guys' comments and receiving your feedback. Thanks, everyone. Go have some fun in this new patch, and GG's. But wait, there's more. If you guys haven't already gotten the notification today or seen the Dr. Disrespect Arena and player identities also or a slight new feature added in at the end of these patch notes, I'm going to have another video tomorrow going over the arena a little bit. I'll show you some sick gameplay that I've gotten today from it with the buffed Chaac. You guys will enjoy that. But yeah, bring us to the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.